That's how I messaged back that hiring manager for an internship when I failed the drug test because of weed when I was in college.
Tell me more.
I went to this banking internship thing, and I was probably like after my freshman year of college, and I went in, it all went well, and then came back and they're like, you need to pee, or no, it was towards the end of the school year actually that they needed me to pee in a cup. And then I did or I guess I did the interview in like March, and then for the summer internship, and they're like, you have to pee in a cup. And I was like, it's like March 4th. And I'm like, I don't have any availability until May. And they were like,
a long time.
I had been smoking weed every day for a while at that point. And I knew that I wasn't going to get it out of my system in like a 3-week period, even with all those silly concoctions they sell you. And so I was like, can you give, I can get it then. And they were like, oh, that's not going to do it. You have to do it at this date. And so then I went, I drank more water than is healthy, like for 2 days leading up to it, peed the clearest pee of all time, and then went back home, and they emailed me and they were like, unfortunately, we've detected a discrepancy, or a discrepancy was detected in your urine test for, obviously, it showed a little thing, marijuana was the only thing in there, obviously. And in my head, I was like, ooh. So I just emailed back. I'm like, interesting. What's the next step in the onboarding process? And then she had to
now that you know
me,
I'm a cool guy.
Now that you know I'm chill and pretty cool. And then she emailed back and was like, no, unfortunately, we can't continue. And I was like, fuck. Shit.
Did I ever?
Was it related to marketing?
Yeah,
like you weren't flying
like,
a plane or driving a train or something.
It was just it was some horseshit internship. It probably was to do with marketing. I don't remember the exact specifics, but it was for a large bank. I think it was for Chase, and I didn't pass my drug test. I failed. I remember like oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, did I ever tell you about when I had been smoking and then I had to take my first federal drug test?
No.
So like the whole legal process was weird. First I had the state charges, and then they dropped the state charges, but basically let me know federal charges are pending. And I was like, well, when will they be pending? And they gave me this faraway date. It was like, yeah, like October, and it's June or something like that. I'm like, okay. And this is a discussion with my lawyer. I'm like, well, can I smoke weed in the interim? Can I like go to Colorado and smoke weed? It's legal there. And he's like, yeah, you can do that. And so it did. Went to Colorado for a week, smoked weed out there. And then went like again, maybe a month later to Seattle, smoked weed for a week out there. And then I get back and they're like, it was going to be, I think, 3 weeks or maybe 4 weeks. And your federal probation will begin. You'll have to come in for a drug test. And I'm like, oh my God. I haven't just been smoking a little every day for a week. I have been blazing 420 so goddamn hard. My ears are glowing. And just getting so stoned in Seattle and Colorado. And I was like, oh my God, I'm looking up online how to get this shit out of my system, because I don't know what the penalty might be if I fail. It's definitely going to look bad in the court documents when we eventually get to trial. And they're like, he actually failed his first drug test. And I'll be like, well, my lawyer told me. And he's standing right there. He's like, yeah, I did tell him you could go to Colorado, but like they're not going to believe me. They're not going to believe any of this. They're going to believe I've been smoking illegal weed in Georgia. They're not going to buy it. And it's going to affect my sentencing. And so I am in hot bathtubs, drinking straight out of gallons of cranberry juice and running on the treadmill all day for weeks. For weeks, I am doing nothing but drinking a gallon of cranberry juice a day and more water.
Did you get sick of cranberry juice?
I got the good cranberry juice too, because I didn't think Ocean Spray would cut it. I'm drinking this bitter.
Oh yeah, the UTI cranberry juice.
No sugar added. I see why the others added. Like
yes. I'm drinking straight cranberry juice, laying in this hot bath to sweat, just trying to sweat out like all that my body has. And then when I went and took the drug test, she finally called me. She's like, all right, drug test is tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, or maybe she told me like it's Thursday, and she told me that on like a Monday or something. But I know when the drug test is. I don't show up for the drug test. I figure you get one.
Wow.
I figure she's gonna call me.
Bold.
I know, but I felt like an extra day might be the difference that made everything. However, not showing up on the first day probably get smoothed over. So I didn't show up. And so she calls me. She's like, "Hey, where you're supposed to be here? You missed your drug test." I'm like, "Oh no, you said it was Tuesday, or you said it was Friday, or whatever." She's like, "No, I said it was Thursday." And I'm like, "Well, I'm so sorry. I could come in right now if you wanted," knowing that I can't come in right now. It's like 7 p.m. or something like
Mhm.
that. And she's like, "No, you be in here tomorrow." And I'm like, "Perfect." Bought myself an extra day, went in there, and no one says pass or fail. They just keep moving along with the paperwork, and I'm sweating bullets. I don't know if I've passed or failed, and we're doing all the other paperwork. I never found out if I passed or failed. Nobody said anything. I must have passed.
You
But
must have passed. Yeah.
I don't
Hmm.
even know if it would have been a big deal to
I think
fail
they
the
would have
first
brought it
one.
up.
Yeah, I guess. But there was a lot of during that first meeting, this is not the way to start this federal probation process, not showing up for your first ever drug test. I'm like, this is not reminiscent of the behavior you're going to get from me. I'll be wherever you need to be. And I was. From then on out, I was everywhere they needed to be, whenever they needed me to
Ma'am,
be
when
there.
you talked to me earlier, I was stoned. I had forgotten. Yeah.
So hi, that was Ricky. Was it Ricky Williams, the running back from Florida? I think it was Ricky Williams. He failed. He had this problem. He kept failing drug tests, and this is when marijuana was a problem. And he was like a Pro Bowl running back. He was one of the best running backs in the game, but he kept failing marijuana tests, and they kept suspending him. And they were like, "Dude, you failed again." He's like, "Yeah, I got high and forgot I wasn't supposed to." What the fuck do you mean?
Wait a
His
second. You
excuse.
didn't start out high. You became high, and
It was
now
this
then
chicken and
That's my
egg
secret.
drug use.
I'm always high.
I'm always. That's one thing the NHL has done right for like 2 decades is they don't test. They've never tested.
Do they test for
weed.
steroids?
I think they test for certain kinds of steroids, but not anything as strict as what they're doing in UFC.
Yeah,
Or
they
maybe
can't
UFC.
possibly be testing in basketball. Those players glow up once they get drafted. It's something that's just super physiological. Like you look at the pictures of these guys at 22 and then at 27,
Mhm.
and they've added 70 pounds of muscle. And I'm like, no way. No
Yeah.
way.
Dude, I saw a video. I think Chiz sent it in our chat the other day because he is one to talk about basketball and send videos. And that guy, Victor Wembanyama, right?
Wembanyama.
Wembanyama. He that guy who's like 7'5" or something crazy. And he it was showing him like running across the court. And when you get to that absurd size, it's impossible for you, even if you're agile, even if you're the most athletic 7'6" guy in the world, your movements still look slow motion. It's so weird. Like it doesn't map onto what you understand a human being's physiology to be. And so like it was him jogging, and in my head I'm like, this guy needs to get the fucking lead out. But then I have to remind myself, like, no, that's as fast as his body will allow him to go without like a catastrophic failure. But he's still going faster than like a sprinter because he's got 7'6" legs.
When he was the number 1 draft prospect, Zach, please show this picture. He was so skinny. I thought he was a constant injury problem. And like his biceps weren't much bigger than his wrists. And he's been packing on muscle year after year. Now, also he's still growing. This is his 3rd year in the league.
Oh,
He has packed on. He's grown like 3 inches since he got drafted, and that's pretty muscular for a 7'6" dude. What are you looking at? That's so gross. Like,
no, I was that's if he's still growing at that height, that's bad news for him.
yes, and he's like, is he 21? Wembanyama? I'll look it up.
Yeah, you usually if you're
He's
still growing
21.
at that height, it's a pituitary issue or some sort of tumor or something. That is not good for him. Someone needs to take a look at him.
They're lying about his height. Like Zach says, he went from 7'3" to 7'5". I saw 7'6". The team says he's like 7'3" or 4". You can tell with like people that are next to him, he's growing and they're not. And I'm like, I think the perfect height for basketball players is around 6'10". I was talking to my friends about this the other night. Like that is like LeBron James has maybe the perfect body for basketball. He's about 6'10". He's very strong. He's fast. He's athletic. You stretch out to 7'6", And there are some things you're better at, like rebounding and blocking, but you give up a lot of like agility.
Mhm.
Yeah, the density, the muscle density and bone density stays the same. The connective tissues all stay the same. There's just longer and more of it. It's a harder puppet to operate, I think.
There
Yeah.
aren't many players his height who've had good careers because they get injured and it ends. And he's still growing at 7'6", bro.
I hope he's all right. I hope he.
No, I'm pumped about this though. A little change of topic. We're talking about the missed drug test. Conor McGregor didn't show up for his drug test. Got an 18-month suspension from the UFC.
Oh
What a
wow! So now he can't fight for 18 months. I bet he's devastated.
Yeah, yeah. What a loser. That guy's such a fucking piece of shit.
Yes, he's terrible. And it was a secret, right? Like it was 18-month suspension and he's finished in March next year. Does that sound right?
Oh, I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, they
I
kept it a
didn't see it
secret
framed
for a
that way.
while. John Jones also had like a secret suspension with some of that time he didn't play or didn't fight, I should say.
He has one win in the last 9 years.
Yeah, he's had one win since Obama was president.
Yeah, get the fuck outta
Really?
Yeah.
That's so long ago.
Right?
Yeah, like all this, like Kyle, you texted the other day where you're like, oh, he's suspended. And it's like, in my head is far infinitely more casual than you guys with UFC. It's like, to me, it's very clear. It's like, yeah, I don't think at any point Gretzky's going to make it back, guys. Like, I don't think he's going to come back into the league. It's like, this guy has so checked out, and it seems like he makes
Magic Johnson's also suspended from the NBA.
Yeah.
The thing is, there's places for him and there's things he could do within combat sports that he could still do well in. Maybe not world championship level, but like he could probably do some bare knuckle fighting, or he could do regular boxing.
Why?
Or
Where's the incentive?
if he wants more money and more fame and more attention. It's hard to put a finger on exactly how much wealth he has, but he has had multiple $100 million paydays at this point between Floyd Mayweather and the selling of his alcohol company. And then his UFC career, he probably adds up to another 50 or so with all the fights combined and the pay-per-view stuff. So like, and it's not like he's sitting on his laurels. Like I see him doing these appearances and like doing the face-offs at bare knuckle, promoting them on social media. I bet he makes an enormous amount of money.
You know he owns bare knuckle or part of it?
I didn't know how much he owed. If he owned like some pittance or he was like a 10% owner, I didn't know if it was relevant financially or if he just wanted to be involved with something.
Yeah, I to me, Conor McGregor is using his fame to make money in other ways, and part of the way he does that is he fakes being an active fighter, and I hate it. It's like this stolen valor kind of thing. So I don't know. It's
Yeah,
like,
I'm glad to see
pretending
him.
you're a fighter.
I don't want him to. I hate seeing him in my social media feeds and my Reddit stuff. I don't care. Every time he does something, I'm just like, why do people still care? Why do you still care? There's so many much more interesting.